If you want to make it to the league, having a pro athlete dad is a big plus. More than 6% of NHL players had a dad who played on the NHL level. The NBA comes in second with almost 5%, then the NFL, and finally baseball. But in the next few years, the NBA could easily be number one because we are about to have a wave of NBA players enter the league. There have been 89 father-son pairs to play in the NBA. Some are well known, like D and Steph Curry or Jelly Bean, and others, like Winston and Darius Garland or Stan Love, Kevin Love's dad, who played for the Lakers, are not as well known. So I want to compare these brand new prospects to their dads because there's no promise they'll be great. In the G League, Michael Jordan's sons didn't get past O'Neal and Scottie Pippen JRB, but sometimes a kid is. Even better is Kiyan Anthony, who is 65 years old and weighs 180 pounds, is the son of Carmela Kiyan. He is a shooting guard and a 4-star recruit who is ranked 33rd in the class of 2025. It's easy for Kiyan to handle the ball and shoot well. You can see Sen's crazy range in this video of him playing with his dad by himself. Melo was more of a mid-range shot in the NBA, but most of these kids have better range than their dad. As we all know, Steph Curry was the player that everyone grew up watching. This is little Kiyan sitting next to Steph and his dad, and then watching Steph with his dad at the Olympics. Now, when Carmelo was Sen's age, he was much more developed. He was the number 2 ranked prospect in 2002, a 6'7", 200-pound forward MVP for Syracuse that won the national title. He could have gone straight to the NBA because he was so good. He was picked 3rd in the 2003 draft. Right now, Kiyan is expected to be picked late in the first round in 2027. I'd say Kiyan is a part player while his dad was a star, but the next son would dominate his dad as a teenager. Elijah Arenas, son of Gilbert Arenas, is a 6'5", 188 guard ranked number 4 in the country. He is a natural-born winner. Long, athletic dunk score 33 points, with 8 boards and 4 assists in high school. Gilbert was a late starter, ranked 99th in the class of 1999. After high school, he played with Michael Jordan at a summer camp and impressed him, scoring 8 times in his first 8 plays. Elijah is even better than that. Right now, he is the predicted number 3 pick in 2027. I know that's a long way off, but he'll easily outdo his dad, who was a second-rounder. Next up is Bryce James, a 6'9" guard. How does he compare to his dad? He doesn't. But what about his brother, Bronny? Who is better? Well, there's been a narrative that Bryce is the better prospect, so let's compare. At this point, Bronny was ranked number 43 in the country. He rose all the way to 22 as a 5-star recruit. Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon. Bryce is ranked 181st in the class of 2025, way behind Bronny. At this point, Bryce played JV as a rookie and comes off the bench at Sierra Canyon. I have no idea why people think that Bryce is better than Bronny. At this point, it's no contest, possibly because Bryce is 2 inches taller, which fools people in a picture. He has a smoother game, but Bryce doesn't compare to LeBron clearly. And at this point, not even Bron, but the son, maybe most like his dad, is Andrei Stojakovic. Son of P.A.G. Stojakovic, Andrei made a huge jump from his junior to senior year in high school, from a top 100 potential shot to 19th in the class of 2023. Just like his dad, kid's got a smooth shooting stroke that can shoot spot up or off the dribble, but it'll be hard to match Pops. Paga is one of the most underrated players in recent history. At his peak for the Kings in 2003, he scored 24 points with 6 boards and placed 4th in MVP voting. He got the first vote. Andrei should be in the league by now, but he went to Stanford and failed. Off the bench scored just 8 points in 3 boards a game, so he went back to college to improve his draft stock, but the college still believed in his ability. He had offers from Kentucky, Michigan, MJ School, and UNC. He picked Berkeley and will be in the draft next year, but the next 3 prospects are the 3 best NBA sons. We will see first, Dylan Harper, son of 5-time NBA champ Ron Harper, has some NBA front offices that have him ranked ahead of Cooper in next year's draft as a 6'5" to 9-pound guard, which means he's jacked right now. Dylan's the number 3 prospect in the 2025 predicted number 2 NBA draft pick. His dad Ron was a late bloomer in high school, going unranked. He ended up playing 4 years in college to become the number 8 pick in the 1986 draft. He had a 15-year run, winning titles with both Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Ron was a good shooter, just like his son, but Dylan is also a really good defender who handles the ball and led his school to a national title. His 19-game win streak averaged 32 points and 9 boards in the final 2 rounds. Dad might have more rings, but the kid is a beast, just like Taj Arza, a 68 18-pound forward. Trevor was a top role player for 18 seasons in the NBA, but even as a teenager, his dad was a great shooter and defender. He placed 18th, but Taj is better. The son is ranked number 6 in the class of 2012. He fell in love with basketball the day his dad won a title with Kobe in 2009. He is a very good shot defender, can make plays for others and himself. Currently, he's forecast as the number 8 pick in the 2027 draft, but even better is Cam Boozer, son of Carlos Boozer. Cam is 69,235 pounds, is a small fort. His dad was amazing for the Jazz. People outside of Utah remember that he put shoe polish on his head to try to cover his baldness, but really, he was a double-double machine. His son could be a superstar, the number 2 ranked player in 2025, predicted number 2 pick in 2026, National Player of the Year. I didn't even know that was possible. He plays the cello in a neighborhood orchestra, volunteers as a church youth leader, and saves his brother's life. Carlos had his first son, Carmen, in 2006, but the baby had sickle cell disease, which could kill him. The only cure was a stem cell transplant. But neither parent was a match, so they decided to have another kid who could give the cells. So they picked 2 embryos through IVF, who were Kay Cameron and Caden Boozer. The kids saved Carmen's life, and when they grew up, they got national attention at just 14 years old. But when Cam grew to 67 as a freshman, they dominated in high school, winning 3 straight titles, hitting the game, and winning shot spins at the free throw line. Well, that's all to make sure you get it. But this is the list of all the NBA sons who have a shot at the league, either highly ranked or famous. This includes 15 of the top 75 talents: Dante Allen, Kian Anthony, Elijah Areens, Taj Arza, Brandon Bass, JRB, Cam and Kanbur, Dylan Harper, Caden House, Sir Muhammad Jace, and Jackson Richardson. Jacob Wilkins, son of Dominique Wilkins and Elijah Williams, now has one guy who was trained by his father, Jamal Murray, and if it weren't for his dad, he would have never made it to the league. But now, some people are wondering if his dad's extreme training methods caused his downfall at just 27 years old.